It's 5:55 a.m. and at 102.4, Buzz FM's overnight presenter is nearing the end of its stint. But at Birmingham's newest radio station, the night shift is handled by a computer. Fully automated, Buzz FM still employs human presenters, like Mike McKenzie, who starts at 10 with the golden years, an hour of 60s sounds, through till 2 with a varied mix of music, giveaways every hour, plus all the day's events. Drive Time with Nick Tuff starts at 2 with traffic and travel, news and a half hour with Sybil Fennell, the weather, prize competitions, and plenty of surprises and humour with the afternoon Zoo Crew until 7. At 8, it's Freaky D with 4 hours of dance, funk, soul classics old and new, and star interviews. Freaky D till midnight. But back at 6, we join John Ryan and Eddie Peters, who get up at that unearthly hour every single morning with Buzz FM's Breakfast Show.
Here's what's happening on Buzz FM.
16 minutes after 7 right now. Check out what's happening out and about around Birmingham this evening. If you're thinking of going to the movies, first off, here we have a list of ones you should be watching out for. Sniper stars Tom Berenger. Scent of a Woman, which we've been talking about over the past few days, has Al Pacino in the starring role. He plays the part of a blind Vietnamese... Let's start this again. Scent of a Woman stars Al Pacino playing the part...
Are we on now?
Oh.
We're not recording, are we? Oh, we are.
Hard questions.
What's the format? Tried and tested, I think. Yeah.
Actually, we try and formalise it, but it sort of goes all over the place. I mean, you're trying to get all the standard things in, like traffic, travel, news, sports, basically what's happening. You've got to remember on the breakfast show, your audience is probably only there for maybe 10, 15 minutes at the most. So you tend to repeat a lot of the things that you do. But competitions, I mean, it's a mixture of everything. We sit down and we plan it, but as I say, when you're actually on, it doesn't always go to exact
plan.
Yeah. But once you get the main ingredients in there, I mean, when you do phone calls, you don't know who's going to be on the end of the line when you do a competition, what that person's going to be like.
We always get lunars. I don't know why.
Yeah, sort of people that are listed, you know. But you never know exactly how it's going to go for you.
More music, more fun. Buzz FM.
Stereo 102.4, it's Mike McKenzie right here between now and 2 o'clock, so it has to be sometime during the next hour that we play Crowded House's Weather with you. As soon as you hear that, 212-1024, be lucky caller number 3, and you're off to the Showcase Cinema, courtesy of Buzz FM.
I've been in radio around about, it's got to be about 4 years now. Started off doing the usual things, hospital radio and all that sort of stuff. My first paid presenting job, if you like, was install radio at the Virgin Megastore in Birmingham City Centre, plug in their merchandise, store announcements, local information, all that sort of stuff. Well, what that actually does is it gives you a good background, well, it trains you to do the actual real thing, if you like.
Mike McKenzie, mid-morning presenter on Buzz. Now this is possibly the jewel in Buzz FM's high-tech crown. The whole of this screen is touch-sensitive, and it's from here that the music is cued. Any one of 7,000 tracks in the library can be called up by the presenter. For example, Madonna, they go to M, and then choose the required track. As Freaky D will explain later, this makes the technical side of being a presenter easier and leaves more time to be creative. Soon after a track is finished, it falls into the log, which is an electronic account of the day's programming. Tracks highlighted in green would have finished early. Tracks in purple were not used at all. All commercials, music and the autopilot facility, where the presenter can leave the studio unattended, are logged here. Touchscreen is almost exclusive to Buzz FM in having this system. Carl from Leebank won over £1,500 on Buzz FM's cash call. Later that week, £5,000 was at stake on the Great Cash Giveaway at 102.4.
Buzz FM.
Did we? What's your name? Andy. Andy. You called us 17, mate. Where are you calling from? Whereabouts? Erdington. Well, do try again, won't you, Andy? Because, I mean, it's still to be won, but you call us 17 at the moment. Okay, mate. Cheers. Bye now.
We go to the phones. Who is this on the phone?
D-Sing.
D-Sing.
Yes.
D-Sing, where are you calling from?
Birmingham.
What's your first name?
Devinda.
Devinda.
Yes.
You have just won yourself £5,000.
You're lying.
No, you are the winner.
Man, Jessica?
You have just won
£5,000.
£5,000, Devinda.
What?
What have you got to say?
What? I've won.
You've won £5,000, and this is the only time we'll let you swear.
Oh.
£5,000. The cheque is here.
Is it?
Yet, Devinda, we
What?
have Ambassador cars waiting to pick you up. They are going to whisk you down to our studios in the Jewellery Quarter. You will be on this show, hopefully, within half an hour. Edwin Starr is here as well. Edwin, what have you got to say? £5 grand.
£5 grand?
£5,000.
Congratulations to you. How you feeling?
All right, not too
Okay.
bad.
Well, we'll see you in about half an hour then.
Half an hour. I'm not even changed.
Okay, don't worry about
Devinda,
it.
it doesn't matter.
Oh.
With £5,000, you can go and buy a complete wardrobe.
Okay, I'll be here.
It was great fun. It's a lot of hard work, as you probably can, you will see on the video, but it's very, very good fun to give away that sort of money as well, yeah. In my opinion, radio is about having fun, but it's obviously also about giving out information as well, local information. But if you can have fun on the radio and have fun with what you're doing, then generally the people listening to you at home or at work or in their car, they can enjoy what they're listening to, especially with what was going on this afternoon with the giveaway.
Buzz FM. Buzz FM.
The familiar sound of Buzz FM. But how does it get to our radios? Well, this is the Buzz FM transmitter on top of the Metropolitan Tower in Birmingham City Centre. All radio stations have this kind of equipment, but Buzz FM is different. Chief Engineer Lindsay Reed explains why.
Most of the daytime programming for the station comes from these 6 CD jukeboxes, each of which holds 60 CDs, and on each disc there are about 10 tracks that are in use. So with the 360 slots that we have in total here, there are about 3,600 records available on the playlist that come out of these CD jukeboxes. The reason we chose this type of system was that, one, it means the presenters don't have to handle records. Records don't disappear from the record library because the record library to a large extent is actually physically in the machines all the time, and we have control over which records are played when and where. The system just carries on in automation. You can see this CD's just being put away in this CD jukebox. It's now going off to find another one, which won't be the next record that's due to play on air. It'll be 3 or 4 records away, which allows, although normally the presenter is supposed to play the records in order that they appear on his screen in the on-air studio, it does give him an element of choice. If he particularly thinks that one record won't go with another for whatever reason, he's normally got another 3 or 4 records queued up ready to go. All the commercials and jingles for the station come from this unit over here, which DAM stands for Digital Audio Mass Storage System, which gives us 3 hours worth of stereo jingles, commercials, promos, trails, and so on and so forth. These 2 units are associated here with the disk drives. These are the disk drives, and all the computing and audio encoding, decoding is done by that Dolby box there. And just in case the computer trips up or a CD skips or doesn't play, gets jammed, this box senses that there's a silence and tells the computer, which is over here, that it should forget what it's doing at the moment because it's not actually doing it and move on to the next thing. And that's really what's in this side of the equipment, which differs greatly from what is in most other radio stations. And the reason it's really here is that we decided that either we were going to embrace the new technology, since we only started 3 years ago, Or we could put in the same equipment that other radio stations are still using today, which was brought into service 15 or 20 years ago. And it seems silly if we were going to use the old technology and then other stations would go ahead of us, embracing the new technology. And it means that we're able to broadcast commercials and earn money during the night by having commercials coming off the DAM system, records coming out of this system, without actually having to employ a presenter overnight. So we actually make money out of the equipment.
Well, it's a double-edged sword because there are some advantages to being the technology that we have around here. There are some definite advantages, i.e. being able to select a track from the library within 20 seconds and get it ready to be queued and pre-fade the track, knowing exactly how long the duration of the track is and exactly how long the intro of the track is. Those are advantages because, like, you know, you could sit with a stopwatch around your neck, turntable, you cue. Okay, that's how many seconds, right? Okay, that's fine. How long, what's the duration? Right, I don't want to crash the vocals here because that will not sound professional. So I know I have to speak up to 15 seconds because that's the intro, the track before the vocals come in. Right, what am I going to say now? What did I just play? What do I have to do? Oh, it's weather. Wait a second, we got a news bulletin here. With the computer, all of that is already, the program is, it's sort of pre-programmed or pre-prepared for you. All you have to do is get into the hot seat, sit, and be creative.
Freaky D, Buzz FM.
Fellas, listen. Take it from Freaky D. This young lady looks as good as she sounds. Lifted from the album Precious, Shantae Moore, Now That Love Has Taken Over.
102.4 Buzz FM.
Husband and wife team Sybil Fell and Chris Carey have owned Buzz FM since December 1992. What attracted them to the station?
An opportunity too good to miss. It was a big city, second city of England. The promise of performance to the radio authority was really quite general. We have, obviously like all stations, we have special things we have to do, but they're not outrageous and they're not difficult to deal with. And they fit in with the programming ideas that I thought would work in '93.
When you see a chance, you've got to take it.
Absolutely. It's all opportunity, isn't it?
Yeah, it was just an opportunity that was given to us on the 15th of December, and by the 22nd of December, we'd bought the station and moved in. We were very lucky that we went and Cambridge with 50 or 60 staff. We're also very lucky that we own the transmitters, we own all the studio equipment, so it's not as if you're encumbered with massive leases, you actually own everything outright. Plus, there's another big franchise coming up in the area, which could be very interesting as well. So Birmingham's very well placed, and it's Britain's second city.
The media is a tough industry, so as owners of Birmingham's newest radio station, what qualities did you look for in a presenter?
That can speak
Humour.
English, humour, a good
Good
attitude. The
Ability
music
to
thing
work as
isn't,
a team.
strangely enough, I prescribe to the Tony Blackburn of this world that you don't have to be a music genius. You don't, in fact, you're worse off if you're what you know as a muso. If you look down the whole chart and say, I love every one of those records, you will be a very strange disc jockey. You know, you're a disc jockey because you're a salesman. You would have been an actor
or an
if you'd
actress.
be, or a stand-up comedian if you'd had a little bit more talent. If you had less talent, you would be a door-to-door salesman, and you just sort of fitted in that you were able to get into quite a safe industry. If you're well-spoken, got a good way with you, reasonable diction, and just a topical feel to what's going on that day, music is very secondary.
Just before we go, one last question. If you're an object in a bathroom, what would you be?
What a stupid question.
Bar of soap?
Bar of soap.
Bar of soap would be good,
Well,
wouldn't
they're
it?
all odd, aren't they?
Yeah, bar of soap would be good.
An object in a bathroom, what would I be? I'd probably be the shower head fitment.
It's a very difficult question. Very difficult. Swine. I think it's about the first time I've been stuck for words.
Whose bathroom?
Mother-in-law's.
Selena Scott's bathroom.
Fiona Armstrong.
Fiona Armstrong's bathroom.
Yes, yes.
Lifebuoy.
Mm.
Yes.
Fiona Armstrong, I think, yes. She'd be all
That'd be
right.
all right. Not half.
Not half. Yeah. All right then, mate. Hey, great interview. Have you finished everything?
In Michelle Pfeiffer's bathroom, I'll probably be a loofah, I think. So I think that's what we'd say. I don't know, because I suppose I like going where no one else likes going. Being a toilet brush, you don't like going down the toilet and clearing off a load of waste, human waste. I was going to say shit, but I can't.
Why?
Because I'll be raining down some good stuff all over you.
And that is it.